Secret Santa Struggles, written by AkseeDragon and read by Eleanor Elizabeth. Summary: 5 times Izuku's friends and teachers watched him struggle to think of a gift to his Secret Santa assignment, and the not-so-secret giftee reveal. It's a chilly, ridiculous hour of the morning to be awake when Toshinori decides to give up on trying to force himself to sleep and go make himself some tea. He doesn't expect to find any students up and awake at this hour, but that's exactly what he sees when he walks into the dorm kitchens. Young Midoriya is frantically pacing back and forth, mumbling something underneath his breath. Multiple notebooks and loose papers are strewn about the table, all covered in scribbles of what almost looks like handwriting. As Toshinori pauses in the doorway, Midoriya gasps, goes over to the table to write something down, then crosses it out in frustration. "My boy," Toshinori finally calls out, "is everything alright?" "Ah! All Might!" Midoriya splutters and accidentally sends half his papers flying into the air. I'm fine! I'm fine! He clamps his mouth shut as he picks up the papers that fell onto the floor. "Sorry." "There's no need to apologize, my boy. What are you doing writing so frantically at this hour?" He hums. "Did you forget to finish Yamada-san's essay?" No, I finished that last week. This is, something else." Midoriya rubs at the nape of his neck sheepishly. Toshinori walks over to the table at Midoriya's side and puts his hand on the boy's shoulder. "Is it anything I can help with?" Maybe?" His cheeks turned pink as he shuffled the pages around. "It's for my Secret Santa assignment." Toshinori coughs to hide the laugh behind his hand. So much fuss over that. Since the dorm system was implemented and none of the students were getting to go home for the holidays, Nezu suggested that the students could get each other presents this year. It's separated by class groups and their years. The Hero Course's A classes, years 1 through 3, had all been grouped together, as well as all the B classes, and so on. Class 1A were each assigned someone in 3A to give a gift to. And they had been given a gift allowance from the school, of course, to make it fair for everyone. "Is it really that difficult to think of a gift for your person?" Toshinori asks. "All they wrote in their request box is, 'Anything is fine.' I can't just get them anything. It has to be perfect, especially because of who it is. What if I get them something that they don't actually like and they're disappointed, or I don't know. I've never been a Secret Santa before. What if my gift is too obviously from me and they can tell that I was their anonymous person? What if—" Toshinori pats Midoriya on the head, which rewards him with a surprised squeak. "I'm sure they will like whatever you decide on, my boy," he says as he ruffles Midoriya's hair. "How about a snow globe?" "No, that's not cool enough." A sweater?" "No." "A trick box that when you open it shoots glitter everywhere?" "All Might." All right. I'll stop teasing you." He smirks. "You still have weeks to decide. You should go back to bed and worry about your gift at a more reasonable hour." "But you're awake too." "I don't have class in 5 hours." "In 5 hours? It's not that Ah!" Midoriya cries out as he looks at the time. Is that late? I'm sorry, All Might. Good night." He scrambles up to grab all of his notes in his arms and rushes towards the elevator and back up to his floor. "Sleep well, young Midoriya," Toshinori chuckles. Now, where did Aizawa-san put the decaf tea? Why do all the extras have to get 10 times more annoying around the end of the year? Katsuki scoffs as he watches his self-proclaimed squad fight to get a piece of a giant cake that Lunch Rush has made. Sero tries to worm his way in front of Kirishima in line, but Kirishima bulks up with his quirk to become unmovable. He sticks his tongue out when Sero pouts. "Idiots," he mutters under his breath, as Todoroki and Deku sit down in front of him, taking Kirishima and Sero's usual spots. "What are you guys doing for your Secret Santa assignments?" Deku leans forward as he asks the question with a stupid smile. "It's supposed to be a fucking secret?" Katsuki rolls his eyes. "Why would we tell you?" Todoroki narrows his eyes in solidarity. "Why, well, you know." Deku laughs nervously, rubbing the back of his neck. "I'm not asking about who you're getting for, I'm just wondering what kind of gifts you were thinking about." Todoroki shrugs. "I'm getting them exactly what they asked for." Katsuki is cooking for his guy, but Deku doesn't need to know that. It would make it way too fucking obvious who he got. "Oh, come on guys, not even a hint?" "Why do you care so much?" The nerd mutters something under his breath. Speak up, Deku! Right, sorry, my gifter just said to get them anything, and I'm kind of having trouble narrowing that category down. He spins his chopstick between his fingers. Katsuki snorts. Between bites, Todoroki says, Then just get them anything. I can't just get them anything. Deku leans forward with his hands splayed out across the table. His head drops onto the table with an echoing thud. It has to be perfect. Sucks to be you. Todoroki-kun! Hey! Katsuki flicks Deku's arm. Why don't you ask some fucking third years then? Maybe they could give you some ideas. Deku blinks as he lifts his head up. He blinks again, a wide smile spreading across his face from ear to ear. Oh, you're right! That's a good idea! Thanks, Ka-chan! Then he sits up and moves to get his notebook out of his bag. Whatever. Katsuki focuses on his lunch to hide the little grin on his face. Next time he looks up, he sees Todoroki giving him a knowing stare. Katsuki flips him off. How many robots do you think Nezu has? Do you think there's a bunch of tiny robots we can't see running around spying on us? Nejire chirps, slinging her bag over her shoulder. Amajiki freezes, trembling as he slowly turns up to look at her. Why do you have to say things like that? He holds his own bag up over his face, eyes darting around the classroom. I wonder what he does with all the big robots when he's not using them. He's got to store them someplace, right? Is there like a secret robot hangar? Want to go look for it? No, not really. We'd probably get in trouble. He hugs his bag close to his chest. Nejire walks out of the classroom, Amajiki following behind like a nervous puppy. Oh, do you think he has a Santa robot? She turns around to look at him, but a blur of green is their only warning before all three of them crash to the ground. Papers fall through the air as bags slip out of their owners' grips. For well-trained hero students, it takes them a moment to realise what just happened. Senpais, I'm so sorry! The new person stutters, face going completely red as he hops up to his feet. I didn't expect you to walk out so suddenly. I should have been paying more attention. He holds his hand out to Nejire to help her up. Oh, you're Midoriya-kun, right? She smiles, taking his hand as she dusts off her clothes. I totally didn't see you. How do you move so fast? Well, he flails a bit as he helps Amajiki up too. My quirk. If you have a strength quirk, where does the lightning energy come from? Nejire holds her hands behind her back and bounces on her heels. Tapping his hands together, Midoriya mutters. Not actually sure. Too loud. Amajiki rubs his ears as he picks his bag up from the ground. Why are you both smiling so bright? I'm leaving. Wait, can I ask you a question? Amajiki-senpai? Hando-senpai? Amajiki stares at Midoriya. It's not a hard question, promise. It's just, well, I need some help with my Secret Santa assignment, because I don't know what to get them. If you could help me out and not tell anyone else, maybe? If I have to. Amajiki fidgets. Midoriya leans close and whispers a name to Amajiki. Without stopping to hesitate, he replies, Get him ramen. I can't get them ramen! Oh, okay. Nejire bursts out laughing, shaking her head at the two of them. Ramen, huh? Coming from Amajiki-san, I don't even need to ask you that's for. If possible, the poor kid turns an even darker shade of red. It's okay, I won't tell, she hums, tapping a finger against her chin as she muses. He really would be happy with anything you got him. Don't say that, Midoriya whines. That's the problem. Anything could be anything. She reaches out and playfully ruffles the kid's hair. I'm sure you'll think of something cool. You've still got time. Do you know which of your classmates got me? She smiles brightly. No. His shoulders rise up sheepishly. Okay. You should get to class. Later, Midoriya-kun. Stupid extras, putting way too much effort for Christmas when half of them don't even celebrate it. Katsuki stalks past Jiro and Ashido as they keep handing over lines of bright, sparkly coloured lights to Kaminari so he can stick them in his mouth to test if they work. Asui, Tokoyami and Dark Shadow and Shoji are helping Sato make a whole gingerbread village for some fucking reason. Katsuki half expected to see Deku helping out Ida and Uraraka as they put tinsel and stars and other stupid decorations up on the walls, but he finds Deku lying face down on the couch in the main dorm, his notebook barely held in his hand as his arm falls off the side. "Oi, Deku!" Katsuki huffs. "You're taking up the entire couch?" "Sorry, Ka-chan." His voice comes out muffled against the cushions. From his sitting position on the floor, and his nose practically touching his phone, Todoroki pipes up. "I think Midoriya deserves the entire couch." "Yeah, well, I didn't ask you," he snips as he pointedly sits on Deku's legs. Deku squawks indignantly. "Ka-chan, get off!" He wiggles his legs. "No! Ka-chan! Are you still moping over your Secret Santa gift?" He shifts around and lays both feet on Deku's back. "Maybe," he pouts, lazily waving the notebook and not even trying to push Katsuki off. "Idiot! It's not that hard, just pick something." "But it has to be perfect." He whines into the pillow again. Katsuki bonks Deku on the head with his foot, getting another indignant huff. "I don't think you should kick Midoriya outside of class," Todoroki says, without looking away from his screen. "I don't care what you think." "Ow. I'm so upset. My day is ruined," he replies monotonously, but he can't help the stupid smile on his face. Katsuki leans back with his hands behind his head. "Why don't you ask your nerd friends?" Deku lifts his head just enough to pout. "Be nice, Ka-chan." "I am. I mean your literal nerd friends. You know, the All Might merch collectors, nerd group, forum people, whatever the hell they're called. They should be able to shove something into your head." He waves his hand about as he leans back against the couch. It gets really quiet. Katsuki looks up. Deku and Todoroki are both staring at him. "What?" Slowly, shaking his head and putting his phone back in his pocket, Todoroki finally replies. "How can you come up with such good ideas, but say them in such rude ways?" "What's that supposed to mean?" Deku has the audacity to start giggling. It makes Katsuki's feet bounce. "It's just Ka-chan being Ka-chan. You're not wrong, though. Maybe—" His eyes lit up and he gasps. Deku sits up so quickly he launches Katsuki off the couch, and Katsuki lands on top of Todoroki. "Ow! What the hell, Deku?" he splutters. He doesn't respond, mumbling something under his breath as he darts away towards the elevator. Todoroki brushes the hair out of his face with a snort. "Well, that was fast. Are you going to get off me?" Spluttering, Katsuki pushes him away. "Shut up!" He smirks. There are 3 boxes on Shota's desk. 3 completely innocent boxes from the look of them, and yet they're the reason for Shota's newest Class 1A related headache. "Oi, Eraser! You've been glaring at those boxes for ages! What did they do to make you so grumpy?" Yamada pokes him in the arm with a bright grin on his face. "Oh wait, you're always grumpy." He grunts non-committedly, turning away from the little pile of boxes to stare at the door instead. "Aw, come on, don't ignore me." "Anyone wearing shiny bulbs in their hair should not be getting the attention they clearly crave." "Oi!" Any minute now. The door to the teacher's office slowly slides open and a nervous Midoriya peeks inside. You wanted to see me, Aizawa-sensei?" His fingers tightly grip the door. "Ah, now I get it," Yamada smirks as he twirls a pen between his fingers. Get what?" Midoriya stutters. Shota rolls his eyes. "Ignore him, he's just being a nuisance." Putting his hands up in defense, Yamada stands up. Alright, I get it. Good luck, Aizawa's favorite problem child," he says with a wink and a pair of finger guns. "I don't have favorites." He curls up into his capture gear as Yamada cackles and leaves the room. With a sigh, Shota looks his student over. "You can relax. You're not in trouble." Oh! He gets a shaky smile in response. "Yet." Midoriya squawks and grabs onto the strap of his bag for dear life. Reaching out to grab one of the boxes, Shota says, "You weren't supposed to go over budget for the Secret Santa exchange, Midoriya." "Oh, are those my packages? They came early. I really wasn't expecting them for another week at least." "Midoriya." "Right, well..." "Why did you buy your gifts all the way from America?" He sets the box back down with an incredulous stare. "I don't even want to know how much shipping costs for each of these." "Well, you see, that's the thing, Sensei. I didn't pay for shipping. Midoriya pipes up with a huge smile, his fingers still fidgeting with his bag. Shota blinks, looking between his student and the boxes. You had free, international, overseas shipping. He raises an eyebrow. Yes, I actually spent the exact budget that Principal Nezu gave us for this assignment. When I told them who I needed the gifts for, all 3 of them offered to pay for shipping, which was really nice of them, so since I didn't pay for shipping, then that counts as me not going over budget, right? He rubs the bridge of his nose. What is he supposed to say to that? Do you even know how much it costs to ship something from the United States? Well, they all came from different states, and I think one was actually from Canada. Midoriya starts to mutter under his breath as he waves his hands about. Only you, problem child. Shota sighs and reaches out to ruffle Midoriya's head. Only this kid could convince 3 strangers to send him something from America for practically free. His face turns so red it reaches his ears, hands frozen out in front of him. So, does that mean I can have my packages, Sensei? Sure, just try not to get called into the teacher's office again until next year. That's for 2 weeks, Midoriya. I'll try! He smiles brightly as he precariously balances the boxes in his arms. That's hilarious! Hando-san, help. Togeki-kun is making puns out of my hero name again. Amajiki ducks behind her to hide his face as the big 3 walk towards their homeroom class. Aw, but puns are so fun! Mirio laughs. Hey, what did the sun say when it got out of bed? Hando's eyes light up as she playfully responds. What did the sun say? Raise and shine? Why did you have to ask him? Amajiki pouts. Come on, Amajiki-kun. They're not that bad. Why don't you try and tell one? Mirio nudges him in the side playfully. No thanks. Mirio slides open the door to their classroom. Looks like we're the first ones here. Or not. Huh? Oh. Mirio pauses for a moment as he makes his way over to his desk. There's something on top of it that he definitely doesn't remember being there yesterday. He looks around all the other desks, but unlike his, they are all empty. Set innocently atop his desk is a present, wrapped up in white, red, gold, and blue colours, almost matching his hero costume. Hando gasps. What is that? Is it a present? But there's no note. Oh, do you think your secret Santa came early? She practically dances around Mirio's desk as she looks the present over, poking at its bright red ribbon. Guess my first year's a little overachiever like me. Are you gonna open it? I don't know. Mirio rubs the back of his neck. Maybe I should wait. But your mysterious kohai put in the effort to sneak into our classroom before school and everything. How do you think they did it? Maybe they climbed in through the window. Amajiki splutters. But we're on the 10th floor. They would have gotten in trouble. Mirio shakes his head at his friend's antics and looks out the classroom windows into the hall. Students pass by on their way to their respective homerooms, chatting about things that Mirio can't hear. He watches as Present Mike tries to convince a flustered All Might to hang matching Christmas tree bulbs in his hair with a small laugh. That's when he notices the pattern. While the plain boy doesn't stand out against the colourful crowd of uniformed UA students, Mirio spots Midoriya Izuku's dark green hair walk past for the 3rd time. The first-year classes aren't even in this corner of the building. A soft smile spreads across his face from ear to ear. I guess there's no harm in opening it now. He raises his voice, watching Midoriya glance through the windows, then casually look away before he keeps walking. He takes his time unwrapping it, making sure that he spots Midoriya walking back from the other direction before he opens it completely. Mirio tilts his head as he pulls out the first item, a little figurine still in its plastic container. As soon as he reads what it says, he bursts out laughing. What? What is it? Can I see? Hando peeks around his shoulder. It's a... Mirio can't finish his sentence. He's laughing too hard. It's a very limited edition Sir Night Eye figurine that was given out at a special Christmas invite-only All Might fan event a few years ago. Funny thing about the toy, when you press down on his arm, the toy throws up a jelly bean from its secret compartment in Sir's chest. There's even a new bag of green and red jelly beans nestled under the toy. Hey, Amajiki-kun, want a jelly bean? Mirio snickers as he takes the figurine out completely. Amajiki, however, just stares at the toy warily. I don't like it. It weirds me out. Ah, come on, it's funny. I want one. Hando holds her hands out. No, I do not like it. Amajiki shudders as he watches the little toy's mouth open. He can't even watch as Hando eats the jelly bean. Look, there's more in the box. Hey, you're right, Mirio says as he lifts something big and soft out of the present. All Might and Sir Night Eye's faces stare back at him from the fluffy blanket. This one is more obviously Christmas themed. All Might is dressed up as an elf, while Sir Night Eye is a very thin Santa. Pfft. He rubs his thumb across the soft material endearingly. Sir didn't even put on a beard. Shouldn't it be the other way round, since Sir Night Eye was his sidekick? Nope, it's perfect. I didn't even know they made these. Look at Sir's smile. Aw, he looks so happy. Yeah. The smile almost slips off his face as he looks over the details printed onto the blanket. A part of him wonders if they're still going to throw a big Christmas party at the Night Eye Agency this year, since Sir won't be there to host it. Mirio? Yeah? He blinks and turns towards Tamaki with a slightly forced smile. He holds something out with a nervous fidget. This dropped on the floor. It, fell out of the blanket. Oh. Setting the blanket down, Mirio bows his thanks and takes it from Amajiki. It's a tie, a red one with white spots just like Sir's, but with one small difference. There's a pair of holly leaves near the bottom. Next to the leaves is a little removable sticker that says "Press Me." Mirio hesitates. He doesn't know why. His fingers brush against the soft but cheap material of the tie as a lump catches in his throat. He clicks the button. Sir Night Eye's voice rings out across the near-empty classroom from the little speaker hidden inside the tie. In his most monotone, unimpressed voice, Sir says, "Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!" Mirio pushes it again. "Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!" It takes him a second to realize he's covering his mouth with a trembling hand. "Oh!" Mirio sniffles, blinking away tears. He holds the tie over his heart. Midoriya somehow got him a voice he thought he wouldn't ever hear again to wish him Merry Christmas. While Mirio just said, "Get me anything." That kid really went plus ultra, huh? "Midoriya-kun!" Mirio yells at the top of his lungs. He watches Midoriya flail about in surprise as he passes by the windows for the 6th, 7th, who knows how many times. "Stop lurking in the hallway and get in here!" The door shakes in its tracks as Midoriya slides it open all the way. Hello, Togata-kun. Senpai? You want to see me?" Mirio launches himself over the desks and snatches Midoriya into a bone-crushing hug. Senpai? I can't breathe." He just laughs, spinning them both around in a circle before setting Midoriya back down on the floor. "Thank you," he giggles as he wipes away a tear. "For what? I am not sure what you mean." Midoriya taps his hands together with a visible embarrassed flush. "You know, you need to work on your stealth skills." "Whatever you say. I'll be sure to do my best." Hando hides a laugh behind her hand as she pipes up. "You're going to have to rush to get to class on time. Isn't 1A's classroom on the other side of the school?" "Well, you see..." Midoriya raises a hand out in front of him, opens his mouth to speak, and dashes out of the room in a blur of green lightning. "Good luck!" Mirio and Hando call out after him. Mirio takes off his uniform tie and slips on the red with white polka dots one that Midoriya got him with a soft smile. Surely he won't get in trouble, since it's in the Christmas spirit. "Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!" Hey there, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. It's Ella, and I hope you're having a lovely day today. I'm having a pretty good day because I got to record this whilst burning some lovely new gingerbread scented wax melts, which has been a nice Christmassy themed smell to have while I made this. This fic was so good. Like, honestly, it did too much. I was like, oh yeah, cute, funny fluff, and then just like the end, oh, suddenly there's tears. I did cry a little bit recording this. Like, just Mirio, like, being like, I didn't think I would get to hear his voice ever again, and Midoriya got him saying Merry Christmas to me. And that is just so wholesome. I love like Midoriya Mirio friendship stuff because I want them to be besties because I think they should be. They're good buds. They're good pals, if you will. But what did you think of the fic? Be sure to let me know in the comments down below and we can just chat about the fic. Tell me about what scents you like in your wax melters or scented candles or what smells you like. I don't know. Are you getting in the Christmassy spirit? We're getting close now because what's like the 20th, which is kind of wild. Only 5 days to Christmas. I'm not stressed at all. But, you know, you can also like the video, you know, if you liked it, and to boost my serotonin levels. And you can subscribe to be notified whenever I make new videos, which at the moment is every day, because I'm making a fic every day in the lead up to Christmas. It's Ficmas, baby. Get on board. But until I see you again, that will be tomorrow, be sure to practice some self-care. You need to go to bed on time. You need to be making sure you get all of those hours of sleep, because if you don't, you'll be brain mush. Do you want to be a fried out Denki Kaminari? Didn't think so, because that's not a good time for him, and it wouldn't be a good time for you. You should also be getting your fruits and veg. I know you need to eat 5 a day. 5 portions every day, or we're going to square up. Also, you better be hydrating. You better be drinking water, because the threats are real now. Yes, this is a threat, and I'm making good on it, because you'll have had it too good for too long, and now it's time to fight. So you better be taking care of yourself. I'll catch you guys. Laters.